Hello everyone, this is Mohammed from Python Ninja YouTube channel, and in this tutorial we will learn together how can we use a dictionary as a translator. Before going to describe how can we enforce a dictionary to behave as a translator or to work as a translator, I want to introduce to you how can we create a dictionary from a table of keys. So we have to introduce this at the beginning, but it's not a problem to introduce this now. So I suppose that my keys are introduced in a form of a table. For example, I can say I have name. I also will add the address, and I want to also consider age. Okay, so just use double quotations to have the same uniform. This is the name. Okay, I suppose these are the keys of my dictionary. Inside the dictionary class, there is a method which is called from keys, in which we can initiate a dictionary, and the value of these keys will be none. For example, for dict, it will be like this. It's dict, which is a class in Python. We introduced that at the beginning of the dictionary tutorials, that we can initiate a dictionary like this. Okay, but now we can use also a method which is called the from keys, and this from keys I pass inside this a table of keys. Now we will have a dictionary for this biodict object, and the keys, which is name, address, and age, and the corresponding values will be none. Okay, so here's the bio dictionary. Let us print it. Now we can see we map this table of keys. Okay, and the corresponding values are none. Now, if I don't see if I don't need to see none value as a default value for this dictionary, I can pass, for example, 0 here, and it will be move 0, or I can pass, for example, empty, it will be empty, okay, or whatever the default value I want. This is useful when you design a dictionary inside a long code, and later you want to update the value of this or the corresponding key. So this is like a small note that I wanted to mention here, which is how can we initiate a dictionary based on a table of keys. Now let's also return back to a string data structure. We had an example in which we translated only one letter of a string. For example, I have this variable name, okay, and inside this variable name I want to map the letter N to any character, or I want to translate it. So I can say I have the encoding here, and the encoding is name, okay, dot maketrans, which is introduced before. Please go back to list data structure, and here we want to pass the letter that I want to translate and the corresponding character. For example, I want to use this character, and to translate it I can say name dot translate, okay, and it will be translated based on the encoding dictionary. Okay, so let us print this, and we can see the first letter, which is N, has been translated or mapped to this character. Unfortunately, this method is only applied when I have one character. But what if I want to map all letters? For example, I have the name here. I want to transfer or translate my name to a corresponding a translation. So to map each letter of the variable name, we need a dictionary where the key will be the letter and the value will be the corresponding encoding. So inside this make it translate, I have to open a dictionary instead of the tuple, okay, and I can initiate the dictionary like this. I want to map the first letter N, and this should be mapped into, for example, percentage sign like this, okay. Then I want to this is the name, and this is make it translate, and this is the letter here, and we want to take, for example, also O, okay. I want to map this O into exclamation mark. I want to also map each, and each I want to map it into star. Okay, I want also I have to add this comma at the end. I want to map the, we have also A, and this A should be mapped into, for example, column like this. Okay, so I have to add a comma here. I want to map also, I have MOHA, and I have a reminder is N, and this N will be like this square left bracket, and I want to finally map the D, and D should be mapped like, for example, let us choose any like US dollar like this, and yeah, and we have now the dictionary like this. So I have this is the first N, okay, and this the first one should be here, and I have to add the comma, then I have this a comma, then I have this a comma, and I have all of these, okay. This method translate should be removed, and I have to only consider this dictionary, okay. So now we have the dictionary of the mapping or encoding, which is like this. Each letter of this word is mapped to a corresponding encoding. Now, what can I do? I can do like this, or like this. Let us like change the encoding. Like let us to say language, okay, which will be like this, okay. So we can say like the encoding, which will be the name, okay, dot make it translate, the same what we did before, and I want to pass this dictionary language, and I want now to bring the encoding characters just to see how we map to corresponding decimal encoding. I want to print this encoding, and as you can see that each letter we consider the decimal representation, okay, of the characters, and now we can print instead of this representation, okay, we can print, okay, name dot translate, okay. So now we can take the encoding the encoding decimal value to be translated. So I consider the name, then I assign like a special character for each letter inside this name, then I use make a translate to translate each corresponding letter to the corresponding like binary representation. And now is the corresponding byte representation, and now I use the dot translate method for this name to pass the encoded characters, and I am able now to translate this name Mohanna to the corresponding characters here. And that's for today's tutorial. Thank you guys.